Hey everybody, we're right back at it. This time, we're breaking down college football, Big Ten
So
conference.
join us on the Boss and the Sauce show right now.
All right, guys, we're talking Wildcats, the Northwestern Wildcats. We're looking at Pat Fitzgerald, a 14-year coach of the program. Now, Northwestern plays a physical style of football. They play a lot of zones. They play heavy. They're a solid coach football team. Like I say, Fitzgerald in his 14th year. They went 9-5 and 8-1 in the Big Ten. They really overachieved. I mean, they kind of defied the laws of analytics. They had the 123rd ranked nationally yards per play and wind up going 8-1 in the conference. So they put analytics on its head. That just goes to show you that analytics aren't always 100%, but it's a big part of what we do when we start breaking these games down as far as efficiencies and whatnot. As far as the players go, they bring back 5 on offense, 2 wide receivers, a left tackle, a center, and a running back. They have a sophomore quarterback, Hunter Johnson. And also on the defensive side, they bring back 5. They got a defensive end, 2 defensive ends, and 2 middle linebacker, a wide linebacker, and a safety. So they've got some tackles to fill holes there and some guards on the offensive line. So they're going to be a little bit light on the line this year. Now, last year they got off to a little bit of a to a win against Purdue. They started off with a win there, and then they had 3 really tough losses against 2 teams that they should have beat. They lost to Duke, and then they lost to Michigan. So no surprise there. And then they really turned on the Jets after that. They went ahead and finished up, like I say, 8-1 in the conference and 9-5 overall. And this team here is going to probably do pretty much a lot of the same things they did last year with their physical style of play. They're just going to have to make sure that they keep the efficiency up on the offensive side. Like I said, they were a little slow to start off last year. Overall, they were ranked 103rd with offensive efficiency. If they can improve those matrices a little bit on the offensive side and sustain some drives, and maybe they can squeeze another victory out of improve from like 9-5 to maybe 10-3 with a bowl win, or 9-3 regular season. They played 14 games last year. That's a pretty heavy schedule. So I look for more of the same this year out of this squad.
Well, I don't know, BigRagoo. This Northwestern team right here will reach a rough spot with the quarterback position. Now, QB Hunter Johnson may be that breath of fresh air that they need this time, but they will rely on the defense success. That'll be a major factor for them with the returning starters that they have after only giving up 23.3 points in 2018. They're going to have to maintain that level to go anywhere near the 9 wins that they had last year. 2019 doesn't appear to be a 9-win season to me. The opener at Stanford will definitely be the absolute test for Northwestern if we're going to be getting a 7 or 8 win team or a 9 or 10 win team. But that's my take right here on Northwestern. You want to wrap it up, BigRagoo?
Yeah, I'm going to regress on the numbers because just looking at last year's schedule. Now I'm looking at this year's schedule. Just not looking, like I say, looking at the numbers on the offensive side, but they do have a lot of tough looks coming back at them. They got Michigan State, which is probably on par with the way they play football, so that's a winnable game. Then they got to play Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin might muscle them up a little bit in that game. They got to play Nebraska, which is a highly touted team, and then they got Purdue. But they don't have to play Michigan, and they don't have to play Ohio State. But like you said, the Stanford, that's going to be a good look. It's on the road, and then they got to come back and play UNLV, and then their first their conference test will be back-to-back games with Michigan State and Wisconsin. So I'm going to probably knock their win schedule down to probably around 7.
Yeah, I do have them playing Ohio State on this magazine over here. Looks like a really rough spot, and I mean it's gonna be a tough start for these guys if they get to be what's that 1, 2, 3? If they win the four, 3 or 4 of the first 6, they'll be doing good. Like I said, Stanford's gonna be a big one traveling over there. UNLV, Coach, what's his name, Sanchez over there. He's fighting for his position right there. That may even be a tough game playing that team right there. And they're gonna be run heavy. Then they're gonna turn around, and open up conference play with Michigan State, at Wisconsin, at Nebraska, Ohio State, then Iowa. That's going to take everything out of them right there. But they will get to come back in the second half of the season where they see Indiana, Purdue, UMass, Minnesota, and Illinois, which are all winnable games. So on that last little stretch right there, I can see 5 wins, maybe 6. Getting 3 out of that tough little road game right there, the little road trip. I don't know about that. So I'm gonna say a solid 8 for Northwestern this year.
Yeah, that's probably a better number. 7, 8.
Yeah, which they were actually they were what 8 in the regular season last year as well. It's just that they played in the conference title game and they won the bowl lane, take them up to 9. So I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say a solid 7 for Northwestern, and this be a pretty much like a down year for them. But like I said, they got some big questions to fill on offense, and they were led by their offense for a long time. They never really been known for be a really good defensive team, even though they put up the numbers last year. A lot of these teams over here in the Big 10, they go into more high pace offense. They go into more spread offenses, so they're gonna have to play some defense. But that's my take on Northwestern. This is the Boss and the Sauce Show, Big 10 college football preview right here on the Boston Sauce Show, and we out of here.